This is Dwayne Caraway. Welcome to the other side with DC. We're talking sports. We're talking sports, all NFL. We'll be talking about the Dallas Cowboys, of course. Why? Well, one reason, because we have number 44 with us, Lincoln Coleman, former Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl champion, number 44.
That's right.
And we got a special guest with us today, Rodney Forbes. Did I pronounce that right?
Yeah.
Rodney Forbes. He's an expert. We thought we'd just bring in an expert on NFL.
I'm an expert fan on being a Cowboy fan. That's what that
We
is.
thought we'd bring in a real analyst that can analyze what we're going to be talking about. Hey, listen, share it, link it up, and subscribe, all right? Share it and link it up and subscribe. The other side with DC. We're talking sports. Let's start off with these Dallas Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Let's get this. Yeah, how about them Cowboys?
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, man.
So let's talk about it. Detroit, and the most controversial thing we're talking about, Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. And the infamous mistake that they claim that the referees made. What's your take, Lincoln?
Well, it's kind of been settled because the head coach came out and let everybody know that what everybody already thought was trying to happen was he was trying to fool the Cowboys on which lineman was going to be eligible to catch that football. And they sent too many linemen out at the ref. The ref did make a mistake, but it was an honest mistake. And they almost tried to get the commissioner to correct that mistake by nullifying the game win.
He can't do that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So,
Well, he can do that, but he can't do
yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do it. They have a provision in the rule book for if it's an egregious situation that affects the outcome of the playoffs. Because with that loss, it's going to be tough for the Lions to get that second seed. That's what they wanted. They wanted that second seed and seeded position in the playoffs. And right now, it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
He was being too aggressive, way too aggressive, right? I mean, that's the whole point. He was pushing it, and then they just got out there and your manpower, your people, he didn't follow the rules.
Yeah.
That's what happened. If you don't go in and tell the referee, hey, I'm eligible, right? I mean, it's null and void.
Yeah,
It's simple as that. Your man, he messed up because they were too aggressive. They were doing too much, and they got their hand caught.
So when y'all say too aggressive, they overpowered the referee's mindset, I guess. Because they had already stated that number 70 was the player that was eligible.
Yes.
They stated that.
Yeah.
Now they're out there with two people, then here comes number 70 running in.
Yep.
Well, I'm saying that the referee evidently assumed that he's the one that's there. So
Because no one said anything to him.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go and communicate with the ref. Otherwise, it's going to be this just like this, what they stated.
Yeah.
It's simple.
And you can see the two linemen standing there in front of the ref.
Right.
And then the ref, you can see him, you can see that lineman, and he's running on the field waving his hand. So, it was an honest mistake. They did penalize those refs. They're going to be reffing in the playoffs. That's a tough, deal for them. But they did make other mistakes during the game.
They did,
Well, that's my point. We got that mistake. Okay, let's call it a mistake. But then there were other penalties that affected the Cowboys.
That's right.
A tripping penalty for one that
right.
was not called, and then there were other calls that were not made that could have affected the outcome of the game as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're looking at it. It's one of those things. Let me be perfectly honest. I am very biased. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yes, indeed.
I am as my
But
will.
I accept if the fact that it had been overturned. I would have had to accept it and would have had to deal with it. But at the end of the day, we got to move on.
Yeah.
So what's next? Now, this week, Lincoln, we got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
We got a lot of big games. The Falcons and the Saints.
Yes.
What about them?
Either team, they need to win to get in. And though that's going to be a huge game. The Buccaneers Panthers going to be a huge one. They need to win to get in. I think I wanted to go back and talk about how you're supposed to finish the season. And the first time in a long time I watched the team finish the season up the right way, and that's the Baltimore Ravens. Our coach, Jimmy Johnson, used to tell us, those first 4 games of the season, you're trying to find out who you are. The next 4, you're polishing up who you are. The next 4, you are implementing the game plan that you put in at the start of the season. And then those last 4 games, you're just running through people.
Right.
And that's exactly what the Ravens are doing. They're running through people.
Oh yeah, the Ravens are strong. That defense is solid.
Yeah.
Right? So I mean, we should be seeing them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Definitely, we should be.
I like how you said that.
Yeah,
We
should be seeing them in the Super Bowl. Definitely,
You said we should be.
we should be.
I think
Yeah,
we are.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they may have problems with Detroit. Honestly,
Yeah.
I think they're going to have problems with Detroit.
Yeah.
Who, the Cowboys?
No, the Ravens.
Oh, the Ravens.
Right, because they're AFC.
Yeah. Now here's the deal. What I don't like with the Cowboys, you got Parsons all on his podcast, addressing all kind of issues that you should not even be dealing with, as far as as it pertains to winning football games. He's upset with the media because they're saying things about Dak. He's upset with other teams because they're saying stuff about, the Cowboys. He started this war with the San Francisco 49ers, and since he's been a player for the Cowboys, he's never beat the San Francisco 49ers, so why are you running your mouth?
He talked too much.
Yeah, he's running his mouth too much, especially against a team you've
Yeah.
never beaten.
Yeah.
You've lost 3 times important games
Yeah.
to the San Francisco 49ers, so why are you still running your mouth?
But see, I like Parsons. I'm a fan, right?
I'm a fan.
Of course. But see, these guys are not. They're not in trouble, in trouble.
Yeah.
So if we can say stuff like this, okay, you're running your mouth too much, but you're not in jail, you're not catching some type of assault case or whatever. That type of foolishness, we're not seeing that this year.
And I'm gonna tell you something. We did catch. There was a player a couple of weeks ago just got pulled over. He had marijuana and all. It was minor possession, but they kicked him off the team. But I wish we did have some players that was, a little
feisty.
on the edge
Yeah,
and
yeah.
feisty.
Yeah, yeah.
I need some hood players, man.
We need some
I've
Jay
been
Morant up here.
I've been saying this. I said we need Negroes.
Negroes.
Real.
Yeah.
White or black.
Yeah.
We need
Yeah.
somebody that lives on the edge of the fringe of where he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And because when the playoffs start, those are the type of guys that don't give 2 pennies about whether we playing at home or at somebody else's house. Our goal is to kick somebody's ass and move on to the to the Super Bowl.
Well, you ain't gonna
So-
find all that out in Frisco.
No, that's what I'm saying.
That come to Oak Cliff.
That's what I'm saying, man.
That's
These
chicken.
they too clean
They too
and
clean. Yeah.
suit and tie.
Suited
We got
up,
suit
right,
and tie
right.
players, man.
Some chitlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we had dudes that you know what I mean. They were they dealt with life a different way.
Number 7, he got hurt, right? Number 7, he was getting all of interceptions and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So he was good, and then he got hurt. So
Yeah.
he has that kind of edge to him.
Yeah,
a little bit.
yeah,
He was talking crap to Diggs. He was
Yeah, we don't have enough of them. We
talking
don't have
crap
enough of
to
them.
Dak and all that. So
Yeah, we don't have enough of them.